I'm reading from John's Gospel, chapter 1, verses 1 through to 5. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. He was with God in the beginning. Through him all things were made. Without him nothing was made that has been made. In him was life, and that life was the light of men. The light shines in the darkness, but the darkness has not understood it. So begins the Gospel of John, and in these enigmatic words we are introduced to Jesus, who was, as John records, with God from the very beginning. The very beginning here means before the world was made. When Matthew writes his Gospel, it was written for a Jewish audience, and so Matthew records the genealogy of Jesus back to Abraham, the father of the Jewish nation. When Luke writes his Gospel, it's addressed to a Gentile audience, and he takes the genealogy of Jesus all the way back to Adam, son of God. But John introduces Jesus not from his birth in Bethlehem or through any human genealogy, but from having been with God from before creation. In fact, he tells us that Jesus was involved in every aspect of creation. He tells us that through him, Jesus, through him all things were made, and without him nothing was made that has been made. John's Gospel is different to the other three Gospels, that's Matthew, Mark and Luke, because John's purpose is not to present a chronological narrative on the life of Jesus, but to display the deity of Jesus and to show that he is indeed God. His name is Emmanuel, God with us. When at the burning bush God commissioned Moses to go to Egypt to liberate his people, Moses asked God, "Who shall I say sent me?" In other words, he's saying to God, "What's your name?" And God says, "Tell them, I am sent you." I am, the name of God. John's portrayal of Jesus as God is seen most emphatically in the 7 I am statements of Jesus, which we find scattered throughout his Gospel. Jesus says of himself, "I am the bread of life. I am the light of the world. I am the good shepherd. I am the door of the sheep. I am the resurrection and the life. I am the true vine." And he also says, "I am the way and the truth and the life. No man can come to the Father except through me." When the disciples are in peril on the Sea of Galilee, Jesus comes to them walking on the water, and they cry out in fear, thinking it was a ghost. And Jesus responds by saying, "Don't be afraid. It is I am." Towards the end of his Gospel, John tells us his purpose in writing. In chapter 20 and verse 31, he says, "I have written so that you may believe that Jesus is the Messiah, the Son of God, and that by believing in him you will have life by the power of his name." Wonderful. You know, my prayer for you and all who see this series of messages leading up to Christmas is that you come to believe that Jesus is indeed the Son of God, and in believing on him have life and power. May God bless you all.
if you've been at all intrigued or interested by anything that you've just seen or heard, you might be interested to know that we're running an online Alpha course starting in January. An Alpha course is a series of films and then discussion where we look at the Christian faith and what it means. So if you'd love to come along, we'd love to see you.